Hello, thank you so much for watching. In this opportunity, I'm gonna be talking about a very important, basic but important grammar point in English, which is the use of the indefinite article. So the indefinite article is a, as you may see on the board, but we can also use an depending on the situation that we're gonna see right away. So let's see first of all some examples. The first one says she works in a hospital. We have the indefinite article here. Then it says I live in an apartment. I have the indefinite article here. I have a good friend, so I have the indefinite article here. And finally, it says he wants to buy a car. I have the indefinite article here. So when should I use the indefinite article? We use it when we don't specify what is the thing or who is the person that we are referring to. Again, so we use it when we don't specify the person or the thing that we are referring to. So in this case, when I say that she works in a hospital, I'm not saying what hospital. And the other person, in this case, the listener, doesn't know what hospital I am referring to because he doesn't have enough information to know that, because maybe it's not important for us, it's not important for the message, it's not important for the conversation. So for that reason, when I'm not specifying the thing, in this case the hospital, so I use a, the indefinite article a. The same happens when I say I live in an apartment. So I'm not saying which apartment exactly I live in. I'm just saying that I live in an apartment. So that is a non-specific apartment, right? Just any apartment. The same happens with the next one. It says I have a good friend. A good friend is, anybody, no one specific, right? It's That's why I'm using the indefinite article here. The same happens with the last one. When I say he wants to buy a car, means that he wants to buy any car, not a specific one, right? Not any specific car. So that's why we are using the indefinite article a. The second requirement for us to use the indefinite article is when we are using singular nouns. Let's take a look at hospital is a noun and is also singular. So we need to make sure that we are using a singular noun. We cannot use indefinite articles with plurals. We cannot use indefinite articles with uncountable nouns. So it's only basically with singular countable nouns. So hospital, apartment, singular. A good friend is a singular noun, and car is also a singular countable noun. So here we have two requirements for us to use the indefinite articles. The other question might be when to use a and when to use an. So here we have some examples. As you can see here in this column, I'm using a, but here in this other column, I'm using an. So when, first of all, just we need to identify that will depend on the noun. So when the noun begins with a consonant sound, so I'm gonna use the article a. Consonant sound: a car, a teacher, a hotel, a university. It's important to keep in mind that we mean the sound and not the letter, because you might say, well, this is not a consonant. No, it's not. But the sound is a consonant because we say university. So that's why we say it's a consonant sound. So we say a university, a car, a teacher, a hotel. Now here we're going to use the article an when we have, in this case, a vowel sound. So whenever we have a vowel sound, we have to use the indefinite article an apple, an accountant, an expensive car. So this is just a piece of information that I consider essential. So as long as we identify this, we're going to be able to speak and also to write correctly. So Just to recap, we use the indefinite article a or an when we don't specify the thing or the person that we are referring to. We use the indefinite article with singular uh, countable nouns, and we also use a before consonant sounds. We use an before vowel sounds. So that's basically all for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.